Dude, not me texting you like midweek on like how to shave a mustache.
I forgot we were going to start with that. Dude, okay, but here's the real question. Like, do you actually think that I do a good job? Because I was literally like, I don't know. I just like try to trim it.
I mean, from an internet perspective, I think you do a good job.
I mean, let's just say this. I didn't give you great advice. And what I'm looking at today on your face is a big old virtual high five for whatever you accomplished, because it's looking good.
I appreciate that, buddy. That was so funny. You're like, dude, I don't know. Just like, go for it. I was like, all right.
I think I literally quote said, follow your lip, which is like...
You're like, follow your lip line.
What else would you follow?
I just come back and it's just all the way around.
Yeah, it's like I was kind of going off my nose. I don't know what happened, man. It's crazy.
It's like the soul patch. Like, dude, I wonder what if you like, because I had a full beard before, but if I wondered if I followed both my lips, so it's like a mustache on the bottom and the
Can you grow it that thick underneath? I can't do that.
But it would
That'd
be something.
crazy.
It would be like a little soul patch type of.
You just look like you'd have like huge lips. That'd be, dude. I want to see someone do that now.
I know.
Oh my gosh.
Somebody's done it. It's like a reverse mustache or something.
Wow. I need to Google this afterwards. That's wild.
Yeah.
Which
That's crazy.
we're gonna try not to Google anything tonight, right? Is that the goal?
Sorry, I'm also eating cereal.
Yeah. Listeners are probably like, "Whoa, dude,
I'll
I'm not
mute
here
it
for this one." Sorry, guys. You could talk about the best topic ever this week, but I can't listen to Spencer chew his. What cereal are you eating?
I'm just
Golden
eating
Grams?
Life.
Dude, you crush that life, man. You put that life down. Okay, we hit the mustache hot and heavy. I think today's main topic, if it wasn't, what was the title we were going with this week? GoFundMe for Friends with Benedicts. Is that what we were thinking?
Yeah, because we were just like, where the frick are they? Which, to be fair, in reality, they're probably just like on a gig.
Yeah, they might
like
be
filming bikes or something.
Yeah, there's a very good chance that is what is happening.
There's a high chance that they're just filming bikes in like Norway or something.
There's a very high chance. But if Shafe and Jake, for some reason you're here, we just want to let you know that you are missed. And I was texting Spencer, because that's one of the things we bonded over early on in our friendship, was our love for a pretty obscure podcast done by our boys. And maybe, I don't know if that's worth starting there. I've kind of talked with Schaefer a little bit about it, but I just cannot believe how much I love their podcast. And I don't even, sometimes it's hard for me to understand why. Like, I've got a couple of theories. So maybe you should go first. Like, why do you think their show is so good?
They just got good banter, man.
They're
like,
so good.
I still check it whenever I go to the gym. It's like the first, I like walk in and I try to find a podcast to listen to. And I always I look for theirs first. Yeah. I'm just like, it's still like what their last thing was like, what is that movie?
Was it Immaculate? I thought they had
Immaculate
one more
is
after
the best
that.
movie.
Was it?
Maybe they might have had one more, but that's just like what's left in Spotify. It's always trying to feed me that. I'm just like,
yeah,
give me something more.
Yeah. Why is this still the most recent one? Yeah.
Yeah, that's all we got though. But I think it's their banter.
Yeah,
I think it's their banter.
Dude,
and maybe
I
just
have
like the fact that they're not going for anything. It feels like they're just like, what's up?
Yeah, which I think, if anyone can't tell, I think we're heavily inspired by that mantra. No, I have the craziest thing too, which I don't think I've said. I'm trying to think if I've told anyone else about this, but like the episode, the everyone's quitting YouTube episode, or everyone's revolting against YouTube. I've actually listened to that episode so many times. And I don't know what it is about that episode. I mean, again, I think it's the banter. I think it's the topics too, but I just find that to be like a palate cleanser. Like if I have nothing else that I can really decide on and I'm just like, doing dishes or whatever, it's like throw that episode on, be reminded of like just the insightfulness that they had about burnout and everyone quitting and all of that. Like there's something about it that just like brings me so much comfort, which is crazy because it's like, I don't think that they really thought they were going for anything special in that episode, but that one just like struck a chord with me and has not shaken from my brain.
I think there's also something to like the experience that they have and bring to the table.
Yeah.
Like Jake, I mean, they both have been doing YouTube for like a long time.
Mm-hmm.
So, but
with a pretty cool level of integrity too, right? Like both of them definitely check the vibes box on the integrity scale.
Yeah. Like I would love to Google how many videos Jake has up on his YouTube channel, but we're not allowed to Google because that's the rules of
Friends with Benedicts. Do we? I mean, I don't know. Maybe we break the rules. We're trying to be on brand. We're trying to bring them back. We're sending a message to the ether of how much we miss them. And
that'll be the name of the pod. Our message to Friends with Benedicts. So what do you want to say to them? Please come back.
I want to say, look, I understand if you're busy. You guys are the best, and I know that
leave us a voicemail. Do
fantastic, awesome work, and that occupies time. But just I'd love a little hey, here's maybe when you would hear from us again. I don't know. Give me something to look forward to. A little light at the end of the tunnel.
Dude, they just reached 1,000 subscribers and nuked the channel.
Did they?
We go check it, and it's not even there.
I thought they were still pretty far off, but that would be epic if that's exactly what happened. Dang, we should have definitely Googled that ahead of time because that would have really made the GoFundMe worth it.
Yeah, that would have been sick.
Well,
so what's going on?
Are we gonna, in spirit of keeping them alive, are we gonna do it? Are we gonna do our best Jake and Schaefer episode reenactment, because we've been missing them, so we can't be the only ones, right? There's got to be so many other people that need Friends with Benedicts content.
We're just like, come to the dark side.
Come. So I thought it would be fitting to kick us off with some space news today, which is certainly a topic I know so much about.
Of course, because you have an engineering background. Of course.
Yeah, exactly. Dude, I'm a little bit like I don't know, like space is cool, but I'm not as I don't know. I guess maybe like as a kid, I don't even know if I was into it as a kid. I'm not sure how I feel about the whole space news thing. Like it's cool stuff and I think it's fascinating. And I love The Martian. Maybe I do love space. Maybe
I really liked Interstellar, so like I don't know, maybe space is for me.
Well, but like, if that's what you fantasize about and enjoy, maybe actually, okay, I take it back. Space is usually sci-fi and I do like that, and like the same author that wrote The Martian wrote a book called Project Hail Mary. Cool. And like I've been trying to get back into reading, and that was like one of the few books that kicked it off. And I think I read it in like 3 days, which granted I was on vacation, but also like I never read that fast.
Yeah,
so
that's a speed.
It was a good book. And maybe they're making it into a movie. They should. I don't know. We'll see. But
cool. When did you read that? Like, should I add that to the reading list?
I mean, if you like space, which I thought I didn't, and then I'm walking that one back. Yeah, if you like space and sci-fi, dude, I thought it was super sick.
Yeah, but I'm trying to get back into reading. I've like totally fallen off. Like I was at the beginning of the year, I was doing so well.
Yeah.
And then I've just like progressively, I don't know what it is, but I've just fallen off. And like every like once in a while, I get my email from like my library to be like, the hold that you had on this book is available. The hold that you had on this. I'm like, But I'm not even finished the first one.
Yeah, I haven't even read the most recent one.
So
Yeah.
I'm feeling a little guilty about that. So wait, what was our space news?
The only space news that I've seen this week and am aware of was the like insane meteor that flew over Portugal. And at first I thought it was fake. I wanted to look it up, which I guess take it with a grain of salt. I didn't Google that hard to find it, but it seems like it's been validated that there was like this gigantic meteor that flew across the sky. But I saw because this girl, I mean, it's just like the craziest thing ever, which is why I thought it was fake. She like set up her selfie camera and it's like dark. I don't even know what shot she was going for, you know, kind of a younger gal. And then the meteor just like flies through the frame. Huge, blue, lights up the whole sky. Her reaction looks super genuine, which is, again, why I think it really happened. But it's just like, what are the chances of that, dude? It's crazy.
Yeah, that is true.
Who's
I wonder if
whipping
that
the
has
selfie
anything
camera
to
out in
do
the dark?
Like maybe like 3 weeks ago. I don't know if it happened there, but in Canada, like we had the Northern Lights like super accessible for us.
Oh yeah,
for
that's
like
great
2
space
nights.
news. I forgot about that.
Yeah, did that happen there? Like where you're at too?
Well, in
Is that a dumb thing
theory,
to say?
I don't think we could see it where I live, which is really strange because so the first night I looked at like how far down it was supposed to go. And I was like,
Right.
It's not going to hit us. And then, and I'm in Idaho for reference. And then Utah, a whole bunch of people in Utah, which is the state below me, were posting like pictures, like these crazy pictures of it. And I was like, way to go, Jake, for not just like looking up in the sky. Probably could have seen it. Like I just totally missed it because I just assumed like not happening.
Yeah.
But I was.
Dang, I didn't get to see it either. To be
because
fair.
you were in the zone, right? But you're next to the big city.
Yeah, I live in the city, so we just smog.
Yeah. So you completely missed it.
Yeah.
Dang.
But I saw a shit ton of photos, and then felt like the FOMO of everybody who like drove out of the city to like go look at it. And I'm just like, I wish I did that.
Yeah. Because then, the second night, which I think also was pretty good. I actually looked and didn't see him that night down here. Yeah, FOMO was real on that one.
At one point in my life, it's on the bucket list.
Yeah.
That's pretty good space news. I think Jake would be proud.
I think Jake, we checked the Jake box. That's probably where they were. They were off filming like in Scandinavia with, mountain biking at night with the Northern Lights or something crazy.
That would be so epic.
Dude, that'd be so crazy. With like their A7 or like, their FX3s at like what's the second native ISO where they can just like see in the dark.
Oh yeah. Like
12,800 or something just crazy. It might even be higher than that. Dang.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are we feeling good on space news coverage? That was 2 stories.
Great, yeah.
I had the lame meteor story. I forgot about the Northern Lights.
Yeah. I feel great about that.
What's another Friends with Benedicts topic that we can butcher?
I don't have a movie pass, but I do have there's like 2 independent theaters around me that I really like going to. And they're like total polar opposites of each other. Like one is like, it has one screen. The seats are like super vintage, like flap down, like falling apart. So like their showings are always like 4:30, 9:45 or like something crazy like that. So you're either going to the early one or like I'm just staying up super late.
Yeah.
And then the other one that's like independent has like Lazy Boys, and it's like an old theater as well, but like they really did it nice. Has a bunch of like good screens, and like that one's just so fire.
Dude,
and it's just so funny the opposites. But they play like different types of films. Like the Fox is what it's called. It's like the old one screen one. They only play like very like like A24 type of films, like avant-garde stuff that probably wouldn't make it to like the big screens.
Dang, that's cool though.
Yeah, it's pretty solid.
So
Like I saw Iron Claw there.
Oh yeah, I never saw that movie.
Great,
Well, it's funny
great
because that's
movie.
what I was gonna say. I was like, so you're like the Jake of our relationship because you watched. It sounds like, I don't know, and maybe you can deny this, but it sounds like you watch quite a few movies, and I would probably be the Shafe, which is it's pretty rare to get to theaters these days.
True. Yeah.
Which makes me sad.
You do have a whole life and a child.
Yeah. I mean, that's the big reason right there as to why movies are really hard, because I should start going by myself more. Like my wife and I have done that a couple of times where we'll like take turns and like go see a movie, which is really fun. That's how I saw Dune. Was that type of situation, but
Yeah, dope.
yeah.
Dope.
As far
it's
as
like
like
such a not a big thing to do, like it's not a nervous thing to do alone, because like you get there and as soon as you get there, it's like you're just in this dark place and everyone's just like looking at the screen.
yeah.
Nobody cares.
Yeah. Yeah, like as like a kid or like a teenager, you're like, whoa, I wouldn't be seen dead at the movie theaters. And then like you get older and you're just like, dude, no, like what? Like, why did I care? like
Even if I go with my friends, I'm basically still alone.
Yeah. Like, yeah, you're basically just sitting there in the dark. So like, why does it matter? Yeah. No, but I mean, and again, like that phase of life will come back. 'Cause I mean, we were like religious moviegoers before he was born and before COVID, which I guess was kind of one in the same time frames. But yeah, I would love to go back more. We're hopefully going to go see Apes on Saturday, depending on if that works out.
Like a Cineplex type beat or what?
Yeah, we have like one independent theater here that I've been to a couple times. Saw Phantom Thread there way back in the day. I feel like that was the one that's sticking out. I think it was like Daniel Day-Lewis's last movie. It was really weird. I'm trying to remember the premise. Like, I think his wife like slowly poisoned him and like brought him back to health or something. And that was like their relationship dynamic. It was just very, very weird movie.
I own you.
Yeah, pretty much.
Damn, that's wild.
Yeah. And then we have like a big like Regal movie theater with like an IMAX that I don't think it shows like real film IMAX, but I could be wrong on that.
Cool. So did you see Challengers in IMAX?
No. We rented and watched that one at home. That one came to renting so fast.
That's crazy, yeah.
Because when my wife was
back.
my wife was like, "Oh, we could stream it." I was like, didn't it just come out like 2 weeks ago?" But yeah. So we just we watched it at home. We put in our AirPods with the Apple TV so we could listen full volume and watch Challengers.
Oh yeah, because it's like what? It's like because there's a baby in the next room.
Yep. I know I'm not like trying to be an Apple shill, but that has literally been like the most niche, incredible feature that I discovered and I don't even remember how I thought of it, but I remembered thinking like, oh, it'd be kind of nice to like connect headphones. And well, actually it was Dune. I went and saw Dune and I was like, how do I watch Dune with my wife after seeing it in IMAX and like in our house? Like, how can we watch this movie? Because she missed it in theaters. And I was like, trying to figure out like headphone, that kind of thing. And then I saw that like, oh, you can connect 2 sets of AirPods to the new Apple TVs. And I was like, we're buying one. We're going to do that because
that's brilliant.
It's actually like really, really awesome, which again, like no one else has this problem. Like it's crazy they even have the feature, but
I feel like that's a pretty sick.
Yeah. I love it too
like
in the morning. Like if I want to watch a quick video with breakfast and like the whole house doesn't have to, it's better than like getting out your laptop. You can just turn on the TV, throw in your AirPods, which I literally like live with in my ears half the time.
Yeah, that's cool.
But No, that's how we watch Challengers. Lots of really loud EDM music throughout that movie, which was kind of interesting. Not totally sure I loved the audio mix on that one.
Sure.
But
Sure. I could see that fitting in the movie.
Yeah. It was good. I didn't.
Did you watch Danny's film with AirPods in?
Ooh, did I? I'm pretty sure I put that
Did you
through my
rent that?
speakers. No,
Did you watch it with your wife or no?
No, I just watched it out in the shed. So I think I had it on my monitor with speakers. I don't think I did AirPods for that.
Right on. Dude, it was so good. I went to the premiere here in Toronto.
Oh, so you have seen it. Let's talk
I've seen
about
it,
that, dude. Let's talk about that movie.
I met him. I got to hug Danny.
You got to hug Danny, you dog. Yeah, I just got
I
to
know.
talk to him.
That was a special moment in my
virtually.
life, man.
Yeah.
It was cool.
I mean, as far as I can tell, he's like totally deserves all of his cult following because he just is like the most genuine person. Like,
dude, when I met him, I was like, oh my God, we could be friends, man.
yeah.
There was there was just nothing. I was like, oh, you are literally everything that you are online. Like, you're not this like big personality type.
Yeah.
Like, you're just like this shy dude that likes films.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He's obnoxiously the same person. Like, it's like, wow, I think if you met me in person, you'd be like, oh, Jake's a little different because probably not too different, but like, I don't know. Like, I was just shocked at how entirely not different he felt in conversation. I don't know, which it sounds like that's what you're saying, but
Yeah, totally. It was cool with that premiere specifically. Like, I got to meet Jesse Driftwood briefly as well. That was
jealous.
That was really cool. Just because like that was the hub for like it was like Chris Howe, Maddie, Jesse, like all those dudes were there in like one room, and I was like, this is super overwhelming.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, for you and me, that would be like going to like a premiere, and it'd be like going to the Dune 2 premiere with like all of the cast there. Like, in our world, that's like at least for me, like that would be the same. Like, I would be just as excited in that room of people. Honestly, probably more excited than like the Dune 2 cast, and all of them are like A-list celebrities.
Yeah, dude, it was wild because I was just like, I don't know what to do with myself.
Wow. Oh my God.
Or like how to be cool. Like,
Yeah,
you're like, hi, can I have your autograph? Like, they're just human beings.
right. And that's what's so weird about that relationship, because yeah, they're not A-list celebrities. They're just
Yeah, it's like, do you want to hang out? Like,
yeah. Like, let's see, I'm torn between autograph and want to just chill afterwards, and I don't know which one to land on here.
but yeah, dude, the movie was so good though. Like, blew my expectations away.
Yeah. Well, because I watched it after all of the BTS stuff came out, so I mean, just being honest, like I went into it like, okay, like, let's have some realistic expectations. Like, this is definitely an indie film with everything I've seen from the BTS.
Yeah.
But then again, other than maybe like some world building with like some high school shots, like it felt just like any other A24 movie I've watched recently. I mean, it was easily, maybe easily. I don't know. I'm trying not to be too controversial. Like, it felt like Challengers didn't feel more put together than Danny's movie. Like, I don't know.
Just
Maybe
more money. It's just more money.
It's just more money. And again, like and I think I'd mentioned that in the interview I did with him, where it's like there was a few times where you had the shot of all the kids at high school, but like there wasn't a lot of that. And I think that those shots in a coming of age film are pretty important, because it helps remind those of us who haven't been in high school for a while just how insane it is. But
That's totally facts.
dude, okay, sorry, I totally just thought of another tangent. Did you watch, speaking of coming of age movies, did you watch the Nothing Except Everything Have you followed that story at all?
Everything. No.
That that I think what was his name, Wesley Wang?
Damn, I could use. Wait, the like high school. He made the high school film.
Yeah,
that was, like,
pick a
last
number
year or
between
whatever.
1 and 10.
And it like blew up.
And he got
Yeah.
like a deal to do the full movie or whatever, which I think is still subject to, like, it has to pass the scripting phase, so it may not ever see the light of day, even though he
True.
got the deal.
Right. It's like we'll give you the deal if your script is good.
Yeah. But where I was going with that was even that short film had so many shots that felt like lived in high school shots, where I was just like, dude, how did you get all these extras to agree to do this? Which I'm assuming were just classmates, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah,
but
I like it probably is high school.
probably. It's incredible. It's incredible.
Yeah.
There's not a
Yeah.
lot of stuff like that I watch that I'm just like completely blown away. But
Yeah, I do remember watching that, and I was just like, "Holy shit!" like one, I like took media in high school, and my shit didn't look like that.
no.
We
You're
do like news broadcasts, and I was
Yeah.
like, "Snooze fest."
snooze. But yeah, totally. Yeah, I did the same class, and it was like, okay, we're just like filming with these shitty camcorders and doing like the morning announcements.
Yeah, dude, they don't know. Like they have. Oh, I remember going back way later to like my Comtech class, which was like my media class, and they were like, "Yeah, we're filming on." I can't remember what it was, but I just remember that like it was like handy cams when I was there,
Yeah.
like no depth of field, and then they like moved to like DSLR type things.
Yeah. They're probably using like GH5s now, which is still like immaculate.
Dude, they're probably using like red Komodos now.
They better not be, or I'm giving up on life. That's crazy.
Like you're gonna learn how to rig a camera and build it out.
Yeah. This is real.
We're gonna work in
broadcast.
Red Raw.
Oh man. That's crazy. But
That's like the old man in me that's just like, back in my day, we had it harder, you know?
oh, for sure. Yeah.
But I'm like, they're just, yeah, it really comes down to story. It's nothing,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Like, if I had a good story back then, it would still be a fire video. I just didn't.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. Which is why, yeah, I mean, that's why that video did so well, why it took off, because it was literally immaculate, which, cool, dude. It's, wow, being 18 and making a movie that like just makes me look like a complete pile of doo-doo. Thanks.
Yeah. Yeah.
But no, it's super, super cool. But sorry, that was like a totally random tangent because we were talking about I Think I'm Sick, and I just like thought of that and
Yeah.
way
Super valid
derailed
tangent.
us.
Yeah, super valid.
Super
Man, they
valid.
just like, we're living like such a golden age of like that Backrooms kid too, like getting a movie deal.
Which one's that one?
Do you know like the whole Backrooms thing of like that guy who like renders out literally the Backrooms, and he has like this whole
No.
story arc on his YouTube channel? Oh, dude, I gotta send you this.
You got to send me this. I've not heard of this.
Dude, yeah, it's like a multi video thing of like this guy who like is doing CGI, but they're like, it's like old abandoned like corporate office buildings. And
Yes. No, I know what you're talking about. It was on Corridor
Okay, yeah.
Crew, right?
yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
that
that
guy,
stuff's
that
crazy.
kid got a movie deal
Ooh.
from that.
Oh, I hate horror movies though. I bet his movie would scare the shit out of me.
Yeah.
Is it a
well, it's
horror
because
deal?
it's like so. I don't know. I don't know the ins and outs of it. I mean, I would say it's more of like a thriller of that stuff because there's nothing like terribly. It's just always just like, is something fucked gonna happen? You just like don't know, and then nothing really. You
Yes.
get a little jump scares here and there, but
I've got a real weird line with like horror and thriller, which is that like unless it's sci-fi horror, like Alien. Like I love and will watch Alien, which is a horror
Okay.
movie. I'm very excited for the new one. But like anything beyond that, I'm usually not not down. I'm trying to think of a thriller that I've been down with. Annihilation, another sci-fi thriller that I was pretty down with. Arrival's Arrival's more of a drama.
No, dude, I've been thinking about Arrival since we started talking about movies. As soon as you started talking about sci-fi and space, I was thinking of Arrival.
That is the best movie. I'm not sure if I've watched that movie since I had a kid, and that would wreck me. That movie would destroy me.
Dude, Denis, man. Denis. He's so good.
He has not missed since when, he's like six
Ever.
deep on like just A+, A+, A+. Because Sicario,
Yeah.
freaking dynamite.
Now he's just in the Dune. Now he's just like,
Dude.
he's like, I'm chalking it up now.
Dude, I'm doing it. Dude.
Yeah. What else
Dune
does he have?
2 is
Sicario,
Arrival. Blade Runner. He did Blade Runner, which was also a really damn good movie.
Google would be so handy. I feel like
was
he's
it
done
Prisoner?
a movie
No.
with Jake.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to feel like was maybe.
Was it Prisoners?
Was it? I don't feel it. No, Prisoners is.
Fuck.
We're breaking the rule. We got to break the rule. This is no longer the Friends with Benedicts episode. Boys, come back. We got to talk movies.
Yo, FYI, he's Canadian. Just want to throw that out there.
Yeah. Well, whether you're a YouTuber or a filmmaker, Canadian is the
he
ticket.
did Enemy. He did Enemy. And he did Prisoners.
He did do Prisoners. Okay. I haven't seen Prisoners or Enemy, which I need to. But
Jakey G, baby.
Jakey G.
Jake Gyllenhaal's one of my favorite actors for sure.
Yeah. Did you watch the new Roadhouse movie? I didn't watch that.
Yeah, I watched it.
Was it good?
It was pretty good. It was a good homage to it for sure.
Okay. I'll have to watch it. Yeah.
To the original one, and it's just it's a fun watch.
Yeah,
it's all fun action-packed watch.
Yeah. If you set my
What else are
expectations, I can put up with some pretty stupid stuff. That's a fun watch. As long as you tell me going in, hey, just so you know, turn your brain off, have a good time. I can usually get in with that pretty good.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say?
What else do these guys usually talk about? Oh, yo, you know what's been going on, dude? I've been pretty locked in on FPV simulator recently.
Have you serious, dude? Are you gonna just go full FPV? You don't even have the drone yet. It's just the sim.
No, it's just the simulator, dude.
Is it so addicting? It's got to be so addicting.
I'll change my Instagram handle to something Spenny FPV or something, and just post clips.
Spenny props or something. Yeah.
Spenny props. Yeah. Spenny whoops.
Spenny whoops. That's good. That's good.
Spenny cine whoops. I just don't know how the whole thing works, but I do think that DJI has a corner of the market right now, just with the Osmo Pocket 3.
Yep.
The new Avata 2. They're just they're just taking all angles to be that we have cornered the market and nobody else knows, right?
Yeah.
Canon, Sony, they're not even looking at us because they're just oh, what are those guys doing? Nothing? Okay.
That's what I love about them, though. In a world where, most camera manufacturers, which we just got one today from our boys at Panasonic, are just, making cameras that half the time I don't even understand why they get made. Today's Panasonic release that was just such a dud. DJI's out here doing at least different stuff. The Osmo Pocket is so cool. The Avata 2 is crazy. Even the Ronin 4D is just so weird. And I'll never own that camera, but God, I'd love to get to shoot with one day just to try it, because I just feel like it looks like an amazing time.
I have two things that I one thing I just want to tell you, but what is it? What's the new Panasonic that dropped today?
I think it was called the S9, and it's basically the S5 II, but stuck in a really small body, so there's no thermal management. So
is it like a point and shoot?
Yeah, but it has no EVF. It's just a screen. It's like I think Sony has a couple bodies like that where it's just the flip out screen, like hardly any grip, just flat. But then it's full frame. And I mean, again, I don't have, I've got a lot of L mount glass and I've done a decent amount of research. I haven't looked in a while because I have a pretty full kit. But there's not a lot of small L mount glass to stick on the front of a point shoot. They announced a couple, but one of them was like F8 pancake lens or something, and then I don't know, dude. I'm trying to tread a little lightly, but it's coming from someone who's shot Lumix his whole career and really likes Panasonic cameras. This one was just such a nothing burger for me, and I just don't even know who would buy it. What's the market here? There's Fuji X100 cameras already in existence. Yeah. There's no way that anyone would pick this over that. Maybe I'm wrong.
Or the Ricoh if it doesn't have a EVF.
Yeah, the Ricoh. And I mean, a couple people were like, well, but I've got L mount glass and this is kind of compact. And it's again, if you got L mount glass, the S5 II is not small, but come on, you're already. I have always felt, and I'm sure you feel the same way, but it's the sensor size is all about the glass and not about the body size. Camera bodies have been small enough for me for forever, but it's just the lenses. And
I feel very strongly about it. And I it's actually always on my list to make videos about it, but I just don't know how to go about doing that. But that's why I actually picked up the FX30. Mm-hmm. And there's Sony has pancake lenses on it for it, and they're decently good. I have a knockoff version that's this. It's such a small walk around body. It's perfect.
Yep. Yeah.
It's that
I
matters
almost
way
bought
more.
that camera. If I didn't have so much money sunk into L mount, I would have bought that camera because I was really close to doing it. The FX30.
That's also my hatred for Canon lenses right now. It's I had an R7 before the FX30, and I was they're gonna release lenses for it, and they release these huge 15 to 35, 24 to 70, and they're just beefy pounds of lens, and I'm just I just want a pancake lens that I can just click onto this, set it, and forget it.
Yeah, Yeah. It's funny because I've actually been using my 24 to 105 on my old S5 a lot lately, but it is only in the studio on sticks, and it's totally for I've been playing around a lot with some dorky crash zoom macro stuff. Cool. And that's the only way to do it. But yeah, other than that, and even then, it literally just sits. That's the only thing I use it for, because now I've got the S5 II. But the S5 II, it's I don't take it anywhere unless I can put one of my smaller lenses on, and even then, they're not that small. The S primes are small and reasonable, but not really.
Yeah, maybe they should go talk to DJI.
Yeah, no, dude.
Small lenses.
Imagine having a 4D and then another camera that could get their small lenses or something just for the fun of it. I don't know. Honest to God, now that they have, I think the G9 II just came out, which is micro four thirds, has all the specs. So there's the only hit is the sensor size, which again, here's another Jake hot take. A low light camera is so silly to me. I don't know if you feel this way, but tell me I'm wrong, because you shoot a lot, right? And you're doing a lot of shooting, but generally speaking, I have found that like a shot that looks good probably has enough light for a micro four thirds sensor. And if there's not that much light, like I don't know. I'm struggling to say this, but
I kind of agree. It's still, to me, it still comes down to glass. Yeah. And like, I guess, depending on your lighting environment, how much you can bump your ISO.
Right. Yeah.
And like, to me, I don't think I'd be able to pick out a camera based off those two things.
No.
Like, or like pick out their sensor size specifically to be like, oh, like, well, okay, maybe the FX3 because that thing can see in the dark, but like that out of the equation, I wouldn't be able to like, oh, that's full frame. Oh, that's like a C70, right. And like that's a FX30.
Yeah. Because even if you're shooting like a really dark shot, you need to have some kind of light source that's building some kind of definition into it, right? So even if it's like a small light, your subject or whoever's got to be somewhat close to it to like show up. Otherwise, you're cranking your ISO and you just have like kind of a weird flat shot. So anyway, all of that to say, like I sold off all my Micro Four Thirds stuff a long time ago. I've wasted so much money jumping. And it's like now that the G9 II is out with phase detect, like, because I still have like this tiny little, it's on my G7, which is hanging on the wall over there, which is like a really old Micro Four Thirds. It was my first camera, so I've kept it. I actually love it as like a little point and shoot because it's got an EVF. S9 doesn't have an EVF today, and it's got a pop-up flash, which is so sick.
Whoa, that's old school.
And it's like tiny, plasticky, like super light, throw it on your neck, you don't even feel it. And then I've got this tiny little 15 mil 1.7 lens, which is roughly like a 28-30-ish on full frame equivalent.
Cool.
And like it's 1.7, so like again, unless it's super dark, it totally works. So like that lens with like the G9 II like would have been amazing, but here we are, and I've got lots of L-mount glass, and I don't want to jump systems again. So,
dude, I feel you. I feel you.
I don't know what would have to come out to make me go through all that rigmarole again, because I've wasted so much money doing that, and I'm really overdoing that.
Dude, I've done that so many times.
So what? How many? Okay, you've done Canon and Sony. What else have you done?
I've done Canon. I've done just that multiple times. I've been into Blackmagic before. Dude, yeah,
snap.
I was on the Canon system, big fanboy forever. Then I sold that, got into Blackmagic because of the size, the pocket.
Did you do?
Then I sold that pocket. No, pocket. The OG pocket.
Oh.
The OG pocket. And then I went into Sony, and then I was just like, I miss Canon. What the heck? So I went back to Canon.
Yeah.
But all different cameras. Like I got like the A6300, sold that, got like the RX 1000, sold that, got like a Canon C100. Yeah. So like sold that. Like I just such random cameras.
C100 is a sweet camera.
Yeah, dude, they were super solid. C100 Mark II is like my favorite camera.
And it was like pretty compact too. It was relatively small.
Yeah, basically like a C70 type of thing.
Okay.
And then I had a Z-Cam for a while.
What was that
like? I forgot about that.
Z-Cam. Oh, man.
Dude, that was the OG box camera. Yeah. That thing was crazy, actually.
Everyone was really excited about that when it came out. I remember.
Good price point, I will say. Great price point, shoots 6K. I really liked that they made it like, oh yeah, if you want to shoot open gate, you can shoot open gate. Oh, like variable frame rate? Yeah, for sure. We won't limit you.
Yeah.
In the ways that like all of the other camera manufacturers like limit the firmware.
Yeah.
Because like I would love to shoot open gate, but I guess it's also the shape of the sensor size that like that's why we're getting what we get. But everything else to be like, okay, if I can shoot 30 and 60, why can't I shoot everything in between that?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like maybe I want to shoot 36 frames a second.
Yeah. Yeah. Like let me do that. Yeah.
Yeah. And not on every single camera system you can't. So
yeah.
Or you can. But yeah, I like the Zcam was definitely cool, but yeah, ended up selling that and I got a C70.
Okay. But you sold your C70 for an FX30, or was that the one before the FX30?
So I currently have the C70. It's actually like for sale right now, and I really just mainly use the FX30.
FX30. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Like for paid work, I use the C70 for like all my corporate stuff.
Yeah.
And then like the FX30 is just like it was like my B cam, and then I started like just bringing it out more and more, and I was just like, damn, these files are like kind of really similar, and so I'm like, I could just get two of these and like save money.
and carry around two small cameras. Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, I lose internal ND, but whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. We're all so used to filters. That was the one feature that I thought like, okay, if someone came out with if you could have a mirrorless sized camera with internal ND, that might be the time that I need to figure out how to get my hands on that. But even then, I don't know. Like,
yeah, it's like the norm.
Yeah. Which most of what I shoot is in a controlled lighting environment here. So therefore, honestly, I'm not even using NDs too frequently. Like NDs are whenever I decide to go touch grass. And a lot of times my cameras get left behind when I'm touching grass.
Yeah,
I'm bad
exactly.
about that. But
exactly. Like if they made an FX3 that has internal ND, that'd be crazy.
they've got to be trying, because can you imagine how much that camera would sell?
It would sell like the FX3 when that came out.
Yeah, if not worse. Like everyone would, like any last hope person hanging on to any other system would be like, okay, Sony, it's time.
Yeah.
Which, yeah, I don't know.
Oh man, dude. Okay, I gotta circle back before I forget about this. But my buddy has a Pocket 3, or the Osmo Pocket 3.
Oh yeah.
And tomorrow morning I'm taking my dog setup, and and I'm gonna mount it on my dog, and we're gonna go skateboarding for a bit.
Dude, I cannot wait to see that, because you got to try the tracking features on you. Dude, oh my gosh, I can't wait to vicariously live through you on this one, because I've been like dying to play with that camera, because it's basically just like a Pocket Ronin 4D. Like you just turn it on and go, and you've got stabilization and tracking and...
Yeah, this is like the ultimate test, though, because Winston will be like moving around like this.
Yeah, that's true. It may not work.
Is there anything I should do? Like, do you have any tips for me?
Yeah, like how would you get it to mount to a dog and not have that happen? I don't know. There's not really a part of his body that would be less movie.
No. But is there anything that you think that would be interesting to test out for that camera, like that I should look out for? Because I don't know much about it.
Yeah, I mean, I want to see it like on your dog tracking you. And even though it's probably going to be shaky, I just need to like know how that works. But then, yeah, otherwise, what would I be interested in? I feel like there's like just a ton of potential to just stick it. Although it probably doesn't, I wonder how it holds up in the wind. Like, I feel like you could do like car mounting stuff super cool because it's lightweight and stabilized. I feel like you could stick it on like...
We're going to do that too, yeah.
Poles.
That's like the 1-in-1. I told him I would help out with like some car mounted stuff if he helped me out with like some skateboarding
stuff. Honestly, too, like sticking it on, like mounting it on the front of your skateboard, if you felt like you could do that safely, would be pretty sick too, because you'd have like horizon lock. But I don't know, maybe
it's got a gimbal.
Would that work, or would that be cool? I don't know. That might be kind of fun to play with.
Could be.
Dude, I want one so bad. I would just run around and film everything with that camera, and then never... I don't know what I would do with it, but footage-wise.
That's a hot take, I think. That I think Schaefer might... Maybe he would say. That, like, I think the POV shots where people are, like, mounting their cameras to, like, forks and stuff, I think that's overplayed now.
Yeah.
I think we've reached a point where like I love them and I think they're really cool, but I think that it's hit the masses that I think we're at the point now where it's like, okay, we get it.
For sure.
Next.
Yeah. The word got out real quick. And I was one of those people that like totally loved that. Where it's like, man, a friction arm and this, you can stick this thing, you could stick your camera to anything.
Dude, I love it.
Everyone started doing it. I still think they look really cool, even though it is way overdone.
I think if it adds to the story. I think it only got out of hand when people were just like mounting it on every single thing.
Yeah.
And it no longer like had anything to do with like anything.
Yeah, the story becomes just like everything around me's point of view, but not me as the human. Yeah. Like, oh, here's how my fork was feeling. Oh, here's how my door was feeling. Oh, here's how it's like
if you're writing a note or something and like you can like friction arm the camera to the pencil. I'm like, okay, makes sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're about to write something.
Well, that's where I discovered those shots was in Cox doing it with all of his art stuff. He always has those shots, and God, they look so good.
Yeah, time and a place. But I think, the masses have a way of like burning those things out to be like, we had something cool. Why did we have to ruin it?
Yeah, why did we have? This is why we can't have nice things.
Yeah, Dang. Just like the film simulation right now. Like, we had something cool. Why did we have to ruin it?
Yeah, why did we have to stick it on everything? I literally made a video that had just a truckload of grain on it. Inhalation. I don't know but that is just like me just like the toddler getting the paints for the first time. Like, I have no idea how to use it, but I'm like, oh yeah, let's...
Wait, did you get access to Dehancer?
I think I forgot to follow up on that one.
Dude, you should follow up just to get the free plugin.
I should.
Dude.
Yeah, I can't remember.
You could just do it from like...
That one's buried in my messages somewhere.
You could take like an like an unprofessional route. I think that's like what I've been thinking about color videos lately, because you see a lot of people of like how to do this like color grade look or like how to get this like really accurate film simulation. I'm just like, I don't know anything about color grading.
Yeah.
Like, and I want to see other people who don't know how to color grade use the things and get good results, because those are the people that I would rather like listen to rather than like these people with massive node trees in DaVinci, that I'm like, cool, but also like, how do I just do it quick and dirty and get it good?
Yeah. Well, and this is definitely coming from a place of like, again, not being good at this or spent time with it, but like, I don't know. It'd be cool to learn, but like half the time I feel like when I see like a good shot, like there's definitely an element of color grading, but like to me, it always just feels like 2% of the final equation, which I'm sure is just going to like, I mean, there's my Schaefer hot take. I don't know. Like I just think that like almost all of a good frame comes from what you've done before it hits color grading. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe that's a bad take. Maybe I need to see someone who's like a professional colorist and be like, okay, here's a really good looking shot. Show me what you did to make it even better. And I just haven't gone down that rabbit hole, but
yeah, it's definitely like they can help it, but I do think you're right. It's like it's like the seasoning on top, of just like, okay, we're going to craft it. We're going to draw your eye to what's already in the frame.
Right. Which again, probably I should look into, because that'd be a nice touch. But like you said, it's like I'm down to see people who don't really know this and can still do it. And YouTube, feed me some of those people.
Yeah, dude, my homepage has been crazy right now.
Mine too. In what way? Because I wonder if it's the same way.
It's just feeding me like the other day I subscribed to this thing that this girl who just has great frames, like cinematic, not even cinematic, I wouldn't even use, just like picturesque frames. And she's just like dancing to Radiohead for 8 minutes. I'm like, cool, dude. Fuck yeah.
What's her name?
Couldn't even tell you.
Damn, I wonder if I got fed the same. You're going to have to try and find that and send it to me afterwards because, well, okay, this is a theory I've been, that's what's been happening on my feed is I feel like I've just been getting fed so many videos. And like, I heard someone say this the other day where they were like, man, I wish the view counter would stop existing.
Where did that come from?
Jay Alto.
It was a dude with a hot take, and he was just like talking to the YouTube CTO.
It was Jay Alto. Yes.
Okay. Also, that was suggested on my homepage. I've never heard of that guy before, and I watched that video.
Dude, this is confirming the theory I was about to tell you, which is that like, I think us interacting somehow matters. And like what you watch and what I watch somehow, which I'm trying to think of how they would know that.
But like even that video was low when I watched it, low view count. And the things that the things that it feeds me has very low views. And it's just like, here's what we think you would be interested in based off whatever, like this other guy that's like kind of podcasty, kind of just like life takes. He's an artist. His name's like Carl something. Mm-hmm. Like YouTube keeps feeding me him, and he's like a daily like artist in residence type, like painter dude. Okay. And I'm like, cool, but also like, where did this come from?
Yeah, like how did this hit my feed?
Yeah,
that's crazy. Yeah. What is that? Why? Like, I mean, I'm trying to think like algorithmically.
I have faith.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, it's cool. It's fantastic to see like smaller creators getting into your homepage, which again, if you didn't show the view count, I wouldn't even know. And I'd probably watch all of these videos, not even knowing, and then be like, oh, wow, this has 200 views. That's kind of wild. Yeah, I've been getting a lot of that. I've also been getting a lot of Cody Co though lately, which I have been hitting way too hard. I'm going to totally burn out on Cody Co because I'm just like so late to that party, but I'm catching up.
I think we all go through phases of Cody Co.
Yeah, like it hits you and you're like, okay, I guess I'm in my Cody Co season, and then in 4 months I'll be like, okay, I can't watch this anymore.
I feel like I need a season break. I
need more of these 200 view videos for a minute, but no. And actually, that was the other example I had was Schaefer and Jake, one episode in Friends with Benedicts. Look at this. We're staying on brand here tonight. They were talking about this guy named Eric Redding, and he had this super funny sound design video, and I tried to find it, but he was too small, whatever. Right. To where I couldn't even find him in searching. And I didn't really remember how his name was spelled. So I was like, I don't know how long I'm going to have to look. I don't even really know what I'm looking for, whatever. But then later on, it showed up in my homepage. And I was like, damn. And great video. Totally what I was looking for. Shafe and Jake were right. It was incredible. But it's like, man, that's so wild that it fed it to me.
Yeah, it was like, we believe you were looking for this, sir.
Yeah. Oh, you were listening to their podcast, and after reading the transcript, they had mentioned this video, so we think you'll like it as well, which is just wild. It's crazy.
Yeah, you typed it. It also, like, to be fair, they may have given that video specifically a bump, in the algorithm, to be like, there's an influx of people, like, searching for it and trying to get to it. And now it's like, oh. Because it definitely is all one big web. You know what I mean? To be like, okay, these 3 people like that. Let's send this over there to the best person who's also subscribed to Friends with Benedicts. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's wild. I would love to go to like an algorithm class. Like a YouTube algorithm.
Oh, I was going to say,
together.
Like specifically the YouTube one, or yeah. The funny
it's
thing
just
is
YouTube.
though,
I don't
is,
care about anything else.
I feel this way. Most of the people that think they've got it figured out, like they're still not 100%. Like no one's 100% unless you're like literally there. And honestly, I bet even those people aren't 100% because it's all machine learning. A lot of that stuff is pretty black box as well. Like you set it up and then you kind of see what you kind of fuck around and find out a little bit. You're able to corral things, but there's a lot of, I don't know. It's been a while since I've taken a machine learning class, but.
All right. Well, we're going to continue fucking around and finding out on this channel and in our own channels.
Yeah.
And in life.
Yep.
So
hold on real quick though before we go. What do you got going on creatively? What's in the pipes? What juicy deets can you share with me?
Well, I'm going to work on that video tomorrow.
Which video?
The dog
Osmo. Okay.
I'm working on like a new DaVinci pack. I think I'm going to like stay in this coding world for a bit.
Nice.
I'm going to try to make like, I didn't realize that people had already made like highlighters. Like,
like for text.
Yeah. I didn't realize that like that has already been like super overdone.
Yeah.
But I like used to use those a lot while editing like map videos and stuff. So
yeah.
I started to remake that for myself, but I think I'm just going to make like kind of like a icon pack, a hand-drawn type of pack that like I would actually use in tutorials and stuff, like arrows and circles and just like simple stuff. So
yeah,
if you have any ideas on that front, would love to hear them. But that's kind of all that's going on in my world. What about you?
If you make a highlighter pack, I'll buy it from you because yeah, I don't really have a good solution for that. What do I got going on? I don't know.
You just dropped a video today.
Dropped a vid on DaVinci 19, which I think was doing all right. Maybe not quite as good as I was hoping, but whatever. Life goes on.
Yeah, we don't pay attention to those.
We don't pay attention to those things.
Every finished video is a 1 out of 10.
Exactly. Yeah, did that one. I need to get caught up on Jake podcast episodes. I'm way behind on those, and I haven't. I can't remember when the Danny episode went out, but I gotta do the next several on those. And then I've got a few fun editing ideas that like I'm really excited about, but definitely are different and kind of higher energy, and I'm just nervous to start filming them.
That's cool.
One of them, okay, I'll hit you with my idea, but like, or did I tell you last week? One of them I'm thinking about re-editing, like starting a new series of re-editing movie trailers, but then the catch is you have to, like a time limit. You have to use music bed music, obviously, because that's the shtick right now. And then like I've got to show it to like maybe like my wife or a friend, and they have to be like, "Oh wow, cool trailer," and like not think that it's just like ass, basically.
Do they know that you've edited it?
Well, yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to get around that, because that's the tricky part. I'm not sure how I would do that, but if so, that would be ideal. If not, maybe just like, get the dorky thumbs up at the end and call it a win. I don't know.
Are you changing the genre of the movie?
No, but that could be another challenge. Potentially.
Because that's something that actually gets hilarious if you try to like, because like you have access to any music.
Right.
Like you pick a horror track or something, and you put that to like 500 Days of Summer.
Yeah.
Who knows what that could come out.
Right. Mad Max Furiosa, the coming of age movie.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh man. Yeah, that could be sick. That's the problem is it feels kind of half baked, so I'm like nervous to start because I feel like I'm gonna have to reshoot it or retweak some stuff.
No, I like that you have like step 1, step 2, step 3, that it creates like a process already to be like, okay, here's what we're doing today. Here's the 3 like parameters. I have an hour, and then I can only use this music, and then at the end I'm going to show somebody and see what they think.
Yeah.
And then it just needs that one more of just like,
one more.
Either they rate it or something, or they didn't know that I edited it, or like I made it into a different genre and they didn't notice. Like,
that's what you could do is you could say, here's 3 trailers. One of them's mine. Which one's mine?
True. Yeah.
That could maybe be kind of fun. Like, can you spot the imposter, or did I do a good enough job that it could fit within the marketing campaign? But I also like your idea of like getting real fucky with it and like putting something crazy to it and changing it completely. So there could be 2 versions of this. There could be like can I do it like the big dogs? And then also like, and can you just get crazy with it?
Yeah. And I guess that itself could change like weekly or monthly, however often you do the thing. Because like, imagine re-editing the like new Deadpool trailers.
Oh, you could do so much with that.
Yeah, like you could do whatever you want.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think it's a killer idea. I just have yet to execute on it.
I agree. Yeah. I'm stoked for you to do it.
Yeah. And I feel like I had one more. I keep wanting to do some music related stuff. Actually, I had a killer idea that I'm trying to get people to do. I can't remember if I told you about that one, of like wanting to get people to send me a video that they've edited and then score it. And I have yet to get someone to send me a video.
Yeah, I hear you.
But I don't know. The funny thing is I could also just like make that. I thought I had one more idea too. Hold on, let me look at my notes really quick, because there was like a couple that I was like,
dude, I almost did over the winter break. I like rented a lap steel for like I think 2 months. It's like you know what a lap steel is?
I don't.
It's like a guitar for your like lap, essentially.
Okay. Yeah.
It's like smaller, and it like plays like a slightly different key, and like I was like, oh, this would be kind of a sick video to like just inherently a process video of like how I learned this instrument, create a video not like around me learning the instrument, and then some sort of film and like scoring it.
That'd be sick. That'd be
sick. But then
dude.
I did it, and I was just like, nah, I don't really have an idea.
You did it? What do you mean you did it?
Like I think my idea was like, I'm gonna record a song, cause like that's just something that I wanted to get back into, and I was like, oh, this is perfect. I'll make a video about making a song with an instrument that I don't know.
Right. It's a killer idea.
Yeah, and then I did it, and then I didn't make a video about it.
Yeah. Because making a video about that process is so time consuming.
Yeah. And like setting up all the shots and everything.
Yeah. Anytime you try to make music and film it, you're just like, whoa, this gets not fun fast. Yeah. Real fast. Yeah. Yeah.
I wonder how Andrew Wang?
Andrew Wang?
Andrew Wang. Why did you wait so long to correct?
No, I didn't. I corrected you with the wrong one, because you were saying Andrew Wang as Andrew Huang.
Because I can only picture the spelling.
You can only imagine how he films his videos. Yeah, I don't know. It blows my mind, I guess.
I can't believe you've let me suffer for that long. That's crazy. I
didn't let you suffer. I took it even more wrong.
Okay, what's your other idea?
My other idea, which actually it's so funny because this kind of goes against what you said earlier, which was I was filming that one video and the shots of the Apple Pencil. I was like, damn, I feel like I need to like make a budget iPad commercial and like try and use, like basically the premise
so
being
funny.
like, hey, Apple has all this money, which I thought would be great too, to ride all of the hype on everyone hating on that iPad commercial.
Yeah.
And be like, because basically I was like, the opening line was gonna be like, Apple makes the best commercials, and then flash that with like total tongue in cheek, like, not everyone agrees that this is the best. And then, but here I am in my shitty shed. Can I use my editing skills to make a commercial good enough for Apple? Which obviously wouldn't be the case, but like, just try to do some editing tricks to make it look way nicer than it is. Kind of like Daniel Schiffer, which is maybe why I was less excited on that one, because he already does that really well. But
yeah, also another boy.
Dude, that's my problem. I'll never make it because I'm not Canadian. You've got a leg up on me.
I wish that was the case.
I wish that worked that way.
Like, oh, I'm Canadian. I got the in. Great.
There's so many Canadian boys though that are crushing it. But
yeah, there oddly is, isn't it?
Yeah.
I wonder what that is.
I have a theory that's maybe a cynical one, but it's that y'all have a much, as far as I understand, a much simpler healthcare situation and don't have to be enslaved to corporations to get healthcare.
Fair.
Which
Fair.
I know is probably a massive oversimplification. I've never lived in Canada, so I don't know a whole lot other than what I think I know, which is that it, comes from the government, right? So
like to a certain
degree.
Yeah, like if I break my arm right now, well, I guess it's not a great example. But if I like needed to go get blood work done, I could go get blood work done.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be fast, but
you could.
It would get it done. Yeah.
Right.
That's like the caveat to our system is like most of it's subsidized or free, but you will wait a fucking long time.
Yeah. Right. And that's the weird catch-22 is like the waiting versus, like paying an absolute ass load to do anything in the States. It's crazy, dude. Because even having insurance, it's still so expensive to do anything.
Yeah, that's the crazy part. Because on certain things we don't get. Like, obviously for me, I don't have any coverage because I'm a freelancer. So, like, going to the dentist or something just is money.
Oh.
I don't really think that classifies as healthcare.
Shit,
like... But like
it's pretty important, right? That's what's crazy.
Totally, yeah. But like, I guess if I had a kid, it would be a massive. Like, I don't know like where the lines are from like American to Canadian. Yeah. Like, I know if I have a kid, it's much cheaper than if you have a kid.
Right. Yeah, and I mean, I work for like an older company. Like, I'm trying to remember when my company started, but like it's an old company. So like the benefits are actually pretty good. So like you get like eye and dental and all of that stuff. But again, even though you have it covered, you still pay a pretty ridiculous amount monthly. And usually you pay a lot when you go do anything. I mean, it's wild, dude. I mean, yeah, but that's my biggest thing, which I think you and I have talked about, or I don't know how like publicly I've talked about it, but it's like that's the biggest part of the equation that I have yet to figure out. It's just like I have a family with dependents who like use the medical system, therefore like going freelance without having that figured out financially is just not an option. It's a total showstopper. So
totally. Are they called like benefit packages over there?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Do companies offer that in Canada on top of? Okay, so they offer it on top of with like dental and that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Like so, like glasses.
Yeah.
Dental, of course. They'll give like a subsidy of like chiro or like a massage type of something that fits into that category, like whatever that box would be classified as.
Yeah.
That you would get like an X amount of spend for that to go to the chiropractor or like whatever similar.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a funny example because you can, like, even on my eye coverage, you can go, I can't remember how frequently you can go, at least once a year to like just make sure your eyes are like don't have cancer and stuff. But then like I always buy my glasses off of like those online retailers. Like I get my prescription from my doctor's visit and then it's still cheaper to just buy them because like they'll be like, oh, insurance will cover $100, but then these frames are $300. It's like, what? For frames? Are you kidding me? Like I go to iBuy Direct and I bought these glasses for like $50 or something crazy, you know? Like,
damn,
it's wild. But no, that's my theory. That's my theory on why there's a ton of Canadian creators. But like you said, I don't know. It's probably a bad theory.
I mean, that like it could be like additional factors, you know, like
there's
that all stack up. Because my initial one was maybe winter. Like we have a pretty harsh winter here that like is very depressing if you don't have something to like put your attention to.
You go insane.
Yes.
Yes. So it said hop on YouTube and go insane in the winter doing YouTube.
Yeah, but then you're able to like spawn up all these ideas to be like, oh my gosh, what if I make like X, Y, and Z, and then you become Daniel Schiffer. Not saying that like I have no idea how he like came up with these ideas or like style, but
right. No, I think that's a good theory. And like you said, it's probably both of those things plus like 6 others that we can't even think of on the spot. But
totally. But if you do, you should drop them in the comments.
Look at this guy go, like a real pro.
All right. Yeah. Let's wrap it up.
Let's wrap it up, man. Thank you for the fantastic conversation this week. I'm glad we made it happen, and I like how consistent we've been. I hope you all enjoyed as well. Let us know.
Yeah, donate to the what's the thing?
The Friends with Benedicts GoFundMe.
GoFundMe. I couldn't find GoFundMe. Yeah, the Friends with Benedicts GoFundMe. We'll petition them to come back and make more episodes so they can get to 1,000, and then Nuclear Channel.
Yes. Agreed.
All right.
See you, dude. Bye.